This is the MCU tier list.
Okay, I need to not be drunk.
Iron Man. Where do you place Iron Man?
Iron Man's a 5-star. That's an easy one.
All right. So I'll put Iron Man in your 5-star, your S tier. And I'll put, let's see.
He is extremely cool.
What? New follower? No way. My wife just followed me? Yes! So the next movie released was The
Hulk.
Incredible Hulk.
That's a 1-star garbage tier movie.
When
That's like the worst.
Okay, I'm going to place Hulk. I feel like it's in the 70s. So,
okay,
where do you put?
D tier, garbage, 1 star.
Okay, it's in
literal
your
fucking trash can.
It's in the bottom of the list for you. After the Hulk, the Incredible Hulk was released, next
Iron Man 2.
Yes, it was.
I'm not on my cycle, Pepper!
Iron Man 2 had a lot of potential to be a really fucking good movie, but it floundered. Its villain, the problem, Whiplash was actually conceptually a really good idea for a villain, but the problem was that they just gave him no character, and his entire character trait is I want a bird. And that was just really boring when he had such a strong motivation for hating Tony. But that movie has a lot of good things going for it, including Hammer, who is unironically one of the best fucking characters in the MCU. I love that motherfucker. He has so much charisma. He brings so much to the screen. That movie's way, like, Hulk is boring as hell. This movie is a C tier. It's above Hulk, and it might even be a B tier, honestly. But I'll put it in the C tier for now.
Okay.
So after this would have been Captain America, if you recall.
Now Captain America is a film I love.
Yes.
But Jesus does not.
Probably, dude, Captain America 1 is a Mulan story, but that tries to make its protagonist it's like, imagine if Mulan, instead of beating all of the, like, the thing that she brought to the war that was like super impactful and amazing was like a strategic mind and like the ability to overcome the fact that she was physically incapable of overpowering like the enemy, and instead of but like Captain America is like a version of that story where instead of that she just got steroids and beat people up instead. Like Steve Rogers has like that whole scene where he fucking pulls out the little like rung on the flag and then picks up the flag and then gets on the back of the car to show that he is like a big brain kid, but like that's meaningless. It doesn't mean anything.
It's not meaningless. I mean,
it is meaningless.
It shows
because he gets his power anyway. He doesn't need to be smart because he's gifted the power.
It was never about. It was never about
ever.
the power. It was about having the heart to pull that in the beginning, and that's what he does at the end of the movie, is pulling it by landing the plane in the ice.
No, that's more comparable to the grenade scene. That flag scene is pointless because what it's meant to demonstrate is that he's smarter than like some dumb meathead. But the point of why he gets the power and why the power doesn't really matter in the end is because he has the heart to sacrifice himself. But the problem is that entire aspect of his character. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean nothing. Oh. He beats up Nazis for the entire movie.
So he was able to survive the day, still have the dance with Peggy, everything. No, he had to sacrifice everything.
I mean, he did kind of survive the day because he ended up being an Avenger later on. But
wow, that was really dancing with Peggy. That's what he really wanted.
Shut the fuck up.
It's almost like being a hero means giving up everything that you love the most.
You're conflating themes. That's not what the story is really about.
No, themes are what make up movies. It's what makes up stories.
No, you're
this isn't a book report, Jesus.
Shut the fuck up.
I understood that reference.
You are attributing a theme to this movie that isn't there. A more apt theme for this movie is that power in the hands of someone who is like morally good can do good things, but power in the hands of someone who is evil or bad or intends to do bad,
I think you're talking about
harm.
The theme,
and that's why like Red Skull is corrupted by his power.
Well, yeah, it's because power
and he seeks more. but Steve Rogers is pure.
Well, it's like the physical strength doesn't make a person who they are. It just amplifies what they're able to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, we did kind of... So where does it go for you?
It's probably... I'll put it in the B tier for now, but that might change.
Okay.
Later on when we review.
Thor. Now, this is much like Iron Man 2. Not Thor, The Dark World. Thor, the first one. Much like Thor 2, I mean, you said it, Justin Hammer, so fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Tom Hiddleston as Loki, so fucking amazing. There's good shit in the first Thor movie, but it's just so middling, which is something I had wrong with, like, Iron Man 2. It's very middling. Like, not much is happening, you know what I mean?
You're giving Iron Man 2 a bad rep compared to
No,
Thor.
they're in the same league.
They're really not. Like, and you're gonna hear me repeat this over and over and over again. The problem with Thor is that Thor is just miserably boring. It is it's only like an hour and a half long, but it's somehow way too long. It is fucking terribly paced. It's just a miserable time to watch. And there's good jokes, and I love Chris Hemsworth as Thor. I think he does a great job. This movie is not capitalizing on his best attributes. We'll get to a movie pretty soon that does, but this ain't it, Chief. And this one is right next to Thor, in fucking D tier trash. This movie's fucking boring. At least Iron Man 2 had like a lot of really good ideas.
So for you,
to take its character.
You're going here.
Yeah, but again, well, it's gonna change. It's probably it's better than Thor or Hulk. Yeah, it's better than Hulk.
So I mean, look, I haven't said it yet, but like, I fucking love the Incredible Hulk. I think Edward Norton was perfectly cast. I think the Abomination is amazing. It's just not like expertly directed. I feel like it could have been way more focused. And I feel like it could have been like better told. But as it is, it's like it is.
I agree.
It's above average. It's not great. Not like Captain America. The Captain America, the first Avenger, gives us Chris Evans as Captain America. Really, it's a great start to a trilogy.
Look, Chris Evans is a great actor, and there's a lot of really good things in that movie. But it's really
the thing is everything
some of the movies that are going to come later.
Yeah, but everything
movies in his trilogy.
Well, that's the thing is everything that like gets built on and explored in other Captain America movies, it really does stem from the first one. They build upon it greatly.
I would argue they build upon the Captain America from Avengers more directly, but we'll get into that when we get into some of those.
Joss Whedon didn't do shit in Avengers. Get out of here. And speaking
of... That's not true. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, speaking of, great segue.
Also, we were wrong. There's no fucking way that Thor came out before Captain America. Captain America came out first. After. It was literally Captain America, then the first of it. Then it was Avengers. Yeah.
I'm drunk.
We
Shut the fuck up.
are going to the Avengers.
Yes, Avengers 1.
Now.
Great movie.
What?
Below Captain America First Avenger.
No.
Joss Whedon fucking sucks. There are so many likable actors in this movie. But that does nothing to propel a Joss Whedon script. Joss Whedon does one thing and one thing only, which is make characters fight and then work together. That's it. And it's pretty fucking paper thin.
Shooting it seems next to impossible, except that everybody is so dialed in. They're doing so well that nobody's noticed. I have no idea where to put the camera or what's actually going on.
Excuse me, can we come to your planet and blow stuff up?
Good. No, that's good.
Joss Whedon's fucking useless. Where do you put him?
I put it A tier. That movie is better than Captain America.
No.
No. Very, very strong. You play
A tier. No, get the fuck out of here.
You play it like it's this fucking travesty that Joss Whedon threw up onto the screen, but it's really not. It's a strong movie.
It is horribly directed. Every single scene that contains anything relating to the movement and action is fucking horrible.
We're talking about the writing right now.
Oh no, I'm talking about a movie, Jesus. And
I'm talking about all of your complaints from earlier were writing complaints. Okay, you said it's paper thin because all he does is make characters fight and then get back together.
The visual storytelling of Joss Whedon is
shut your whore mouth. You got to have your little fucking spiel about how bad this movie is. I get to have mine. There are some amazing scenes in this fucking movie. There are great conflicts between the characters. If there's any, this was Loki arguably at its best. Like, this was the version of Loki that really cemented him.
Loki wasn't a good character until his MCU show, the end.
So, let's just say, what are you doing? Your salad is Asgard.
No,
in this scenario.
It's not Asgard. That's
it's
my
a metaphor.
lunch.
Just hang in there.
I want that salad.
And I could also set fire to the palace.
No, just stop. Don't set fire to the palace.
I can do whatever I want to do, and it would never matter. It wouldn't go against the dictates of the timeline, because we'll destroy Asgard no matter what I do.
No, don't do...
Ragnarok. There it is.
That is such garbage. That is not true. All right. But yes, this movie is great. There's some baller ass scenes in this movie. I don't like how it ends. But the fucking nuke scene with Iron Man is legitimately amazing. I just don't like the Swarma scene. But everything other than that, banger. Oh, even Hawkeye is good in this movie. His relationship with Black Widow is so fucking strong in this movie. It's actually insane. When's the last time you watched this movie? It's so good.
Jesus must, like, be visually impaired if he cannot see the sheer vomit that is thrown on screen. Joss Whedon cannot direct anything related
Even
to a
if that
green
was
screen.
true,
It's
I don't
literally
remember.
garbage.
I
It's
literally
you don't remember?
I don't remember what
then
this movie looks
down.
like.
Sit
What
down.
I remember is the strong character dynamics, the characterization.
It's funny you should say that, because I was looking through some old photos and it looks very, similar.
Natasha wasn't a character in this movie.
She wasn't.
This movie.
This wasn't.
No.
She wasn't.
Do you remember the interrogation scene with Loki? Do you remember the scene?
Wait. Do you remember the scene where she's like tied up like this and her
even
fucking
that scene is
boobs are
good. Even that scene is good because that scene is you forget, but Black Widow's entire character is playing around this idea that she's like this helpless, like hot babe or whatever. But in reality, she's using all of these things: her attractiveness, her wit, the seemingly fact that she's like weak and incapable of defending herself.
Jesus,
and she uses it in that scene to beat the shit out of
You're
these.
falling for the Joss Whedon trap. He's saying, "Look how powerful my female characters are. Now watch me jiggle their tits in front of you."
That's not what that
is.
You are misremembering. Now, look.
No.
No.
Remember when the guy holds her face and goes freeze frame?
Chill.
It is
fucking chill.
Creepy.
Listen,
problems in this movie. That
I have a lot of complaints about the sexualization.
When was the last
Black
time
Widow.
you watched this movie?
But you need to fucking chill. Get off your high horse, all right? I have a lot of problems with the sexualization of Black Widow in early Marvel movies. I think there are movies where it does not fit and it doesn't make any sense. For instance, Iron Man 2 has a lot of these scenes. Now, the scenes where she's trying to play into the hot secretary vibe for Tony make sense because that's the whole point.
Yeah.
But the scenes, all of the scenes revolving around, what's his name? Not Kevin. He directed Iron Man 1.
John Favreau. Right.
All those scenes don't need to be that way, and it's really fucking weird. Her costume being like this weird, like zipped down to her chest is weird and doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's like that in Avengers.
Yeah, it is.
So what are you defending here?
However,
why is this A tier?
That scene is not a demonstration of that problem because the whole point of
I'm
that
talking
scene,
about the scene where they force her mouth open into like a blowjob hole. And then
it's literal. The whole point of that scene is they're interrogating her, they're sexualizing her, they're demeaning her, they're dehumanizing her, and then she turns around, kicks all of their asses, and then walks out. And
you have to understand, but this is all written by Joss Whedon in a way that he can parade around, saying like, "Oh, look, I have a strong female character."
Even if that was true, that scene's not an example of it. It's just not.
No, you're missing the trap that Joss Whedon laid for you.
I think your hate boner is showing. You need to cover that shit. Get your fucking pillow.
Jesus,
Put it
you
on
need
your
to say
lap.
it, not spray it all over my goddamn leg.
All right.
You want forgiveness? Get religion.